Sacred Spiritual Healer here. Good morning. All the cards have been meditated on, cleared, shuffled. I was burning my sage earlier and decided evidently it was set off the fire alarm, so once I got that situated, we can go on with the reading. If you need any personal readings or would like any personal readings, you can email me at sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. If you'd like to have the reiki or distance healing for either your inner child or a physical ailment, again, email me. The information is in the link below, and any coaching or advice and questions regarding this journey, you can certainly email me as well. Alright, so moving forward, Spirit wants me to use the moon deck since we're just coming today. This morning is the first day of the waxing moon, and we get the moon card. And you can see it's the faces on here, and I'll show you in a second. The faces on here are mirroring each other, but in reverse, so you're connected telepathically. You're connected as your, the flame, the divine counterparts. Perhaps at this time you're seeing things opposites, as these faces are going away from each other. Let's see. Let me turn it for you. Okay, let me see that. Maybe that makes it better. When I was at front, it's too dark now, but let's see if it helps. Okay, so you can see the two faces there in this card, and it is behind it. So defend the flame, defend each other away from the karmics in your lives. Accept your counterpart for who they are. Accept the challenges and the triggers that they send your way. Let your feelings tell you how to accept them. Let your feelings tell you how to heal from each trigger. Especially in the moon energy, things are always more emotional. Defend one another, defend this journey, defend the flame. Feelings are caused by reaction, so if something is triggered, you need to go in and nurture it, and not react, but act. So you're not going to react, you're going to act. Let's see. And speak to each other telepathically. They hear you, and they are trying to communicate to you as well, and they know that you're nurturing them. Okay, disconnect in the third house by making the right connections. Connect with those of like minds. Perhaps there are metaphysical stores that hold groups nearby you. You can connect with them, so it's a right connection. The right connection in the way of your mission, your soul purpose. The idea in question is when the question comes out, what is your soul path? First idea that you get is usually like the thing that you're most passionate about, and that would be the correct answer, because your soul or your spirit guides are telling you what your mission is supposed to be. You just have to tune in and listen to your spirit guides, which again, goes back to the right connection. You connect with divine source, connect with your spirit guides, your animal totems. They'll lead you to the right path. And get those ideas going. Start those, your ideas. Start with short-term thinking and trips. Trips meaning going out to find things that help you connect with that spiritual side. Be it a hike in the woods or walk on the beach. Who and what is around you. Disconnect the connections that you have that are not serving your purpose, that are not in your best interest, that are not helping you on your journey. Short-term thinking also, start small with your purpose. If it's tarot reading, if it's YouTube's, if it's other websites. Work on that. You're going to start as a short-term, well, perhaps you still have to work some in the matrix, but soon it should be a full-time job. Your purpose, your mission, you should have your full heart in serving others in the community, collective way, and do it at a little bit of time. The source spirit knows that you're going to start off as a page, a rookie at this, and you will develop into your high priestess mode, and it will be what is good for the collective. Your work, service to others, should be your work. It's your destiny where you're going. Your career is your mission path, soul purpose. It's your responsibility because you contracted for this when you reincarnated to Earth on this time. You contracted, so it is your responsibility to be successful in your soul purpose and mission. Become the person and power the status that you agreed to. Your highest ideals, the rules of the journey, the rules of the galactic. The rules are that you need to get the word out to the world. Your mission, your soul purpose, you need to spread the word to the world. You have insight to understanding. You need to just meditate and hear and have the wisdom which will result from the understanding from your spirit guides. This again, the face on this one again is mirroring. Upside down though, so still intuitively connected, and you both know you have to learn or teach. Learn the science behind the journey and then teach it. Be positive about the journey, be positive about the triggers, and know that they are all helping you grow and expand. The blessings from Spirit bring you good fortune. This is granted because of the work you're doing. This too is mirroring, facing each other, protecting each other. Okay. Let's pause there for a minute. Give us past energy and current energy for the collective wave of the Divine Feminine, and then same for the Divine Masculine. So, recent past, 3 cards for females and 3 for the masculines. I know. Just felt I needed one more shuffle. Two precise messages of the recent past for the divine feminine, please. Two precise messages regarding the recent past. What was their energy for the recent past? And the current for the divine feminine, please. The current energy for the divine feminine. Recent past for the divine masculine, please. Recent past for the divine masculine. Recent or current energy for the divine masculine. Nope. Okay. Got it. Thank you. On the bottom we have the frog. Frog spirit is, he sees with his eyes. His heart chakra and all the chakras are lit up. He's in the light, but he's feeling the heavy emotions coming down on him currently. In the recent past, you were the fox, the divine feminines, grounded with the earth energy, very keen in your insight. You see things coming, you see the change, you feel, because your senses are heightened. You're using your sixth sense. While you are also still a little sly or feel like you're hiding things from others, whether it's your divine counterpart or perhaps your family and friends, people at work. And this is probably regarding your new heightened gifts that you're feeling come in. You're more intuitive, you're more able to see the things that are hidden. Current energy for the divine feminines of the mouse. The mouse is busy. He knows he's surrounded by the spirit guides. In the dark, he does most of his work because he brings the light. So he's not afraid of the dark because he is the light, or the mouse is the light. Divine feminines are the light, the ones that are the chasers, right? So currently you're very in tune to your intuition, to your telepathic gifts, to feeling and knowing the connection is correct and true. And perhaps some of you are even some of the family that have deceased before you are also surrounding you and guiding you on your journey. The divine masculines recently had the phoenix, rising phoenix. So recently they've had an awakening. They know the connection and they know who you are. They know you're the one. They know they're in their power and that they too are gifted, that they are very much in tune and sending you telepathic messages. So be attuned to that and listen. They are spreading their wings and ready to fly to the light. They're ready to explore this gift, and they're glad to be up out of the darkness. Current energy is a crow, so they've left the dark into the light there, and holding on to their precious, which is you. They know you're their light in the dark situation. They're keeping their eye on the light. This is an air energy, so they're feeling very uplifted and ready to fly, take flight towards their precious, which is their divine counterpart. Okay, so these are divine feminines, divine masculines. Four cards for the feminine, please. Four cards for the feminine, recent past, and then moving forward. Four cards for the two precise messages. The divine feminine, and yourself, and the spirit guides. Please, this one is the recent past. current energy for the feminines, divine feminines. Current energy for the divine feminines, please. Obvious, true, and precise. Obvious, true, and precise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Thanks. So recent past, current, future overall. Divine masculines, please. Oh, thank you. Recent past and current. Current. Oh, well, okay. All 4 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. See what we get. Divine feminine, recent and past, you have that you were confused. You put yourself in the 9 of Wands situation. You felt like you were surrounded by cockroaches or roaches, perhaps people at work, people that spoke against your union, and you feel like you have to fight for this. You are fighting for it, but at the same time, perhaps there's choices, or you're confused regarding the journey. So you put yourself inside these wands, but you could easily just put down that wand and walk right through it, right? So put down the wands. Don't be defensive. Welcome the journey, welcome the triggers. Know that you're growing and learning from them, as hard as that is to take sometimes. So now current, that was the past. So current today, you probably feel hermit energy again with the moon cycle in the waxing position after this last night's moon. Hermit, you are still focusing on the light of the flame, but you're going within, still being drawn to the roots of the tree. Perhaps you're still doing some healing on your rooted belief systems, but you're going in doing some inner healing, meditating. So you've come out of that to do the meditation as well. Hanged Man, you've put yourself in this position so that you can think about this here. Your roots are uplifted, so you know that you left you can leave the old belief systems uprooted and follow the light. So you're coming from the dark to the light with your roots now flourishing. Your new set of roots, your new belief system is to the light, moving forward. And you, King of Swords, you come across as the King of Swords. This king looks a little ornery, or I don't know why that word came up. But he's in his truth. So you are in your truth. This is you, regardless of the fact that this is a male. This is the divine feminine in her truth. Her loyal companion nearby. And after coming out of this mode here, and you know, you've gone into hermit mode and you've had to give up a lot of things, so you come out being in your truth, and perhaps you're still you're waiting for your divine counterpart now to come in with their truth, which is why he looks a little scowling there. Okay, let's go to the masculines for the past, recent past. The masculines were 9 of Swords. That was before they became rose like the phoenix, right? They too were mirroring you because you put yourself in this position here, right? You could easily walk through them, and certainly he's mirroring you, or the divine counterpart. The light is there. It's almost daylight. There's nothing to fear because the animal, the wolf, is not in a protective stance. He's just laying and watching, right? The flames here are going. He's keeping an eye on them. The swords are down. but covering his face. And all he has to do is uncover his face, just as you just have to walk through those wands. So you are mirroring each other very much, both watching for the flame. Here you're the hermit. Here he is listening for you, because it's the rubber band effect, right? When you're in hermit mode, focusing here, he's listening for you. He's believing in the system. He's got a green shirt on, so his heart chakra's open, his solar plexus chakra's open, his base, he's grounded. He's holding on to the belief of with the wand, hearing you sing, listening to you to see if you're speaking to him telepathically. And he knows there are 7 of cups. There are 7 cups with the science of this journey, and he is listening in the moonlight, trying to decide what step to take, which cup is the one he was supposed to take, which one is meant for him from the divine, which has the little circle above it. So he's trying to understand the science behind it, do this, but he might be coming in as a turtle. That may be for some of you it won't be. But he might be coming in as a turtle because he senses your energy just coming out of the dark, and put yourself in the hangman position. So if there's no movement here, there's no movement here, you're mirroring each other still with your king. And he's over here working on the pentacles, because he knows to come in. This is the Ace of Pentacles. To come in, he wants to offer you a gift, the divine counterpart, male or female. He may not have much to offer, but he knows the science behind the journey now, because he's been listening, he's been choosing the right pentacle, the right choice. Let's clarify these. Okay, what's this recent past about with the 9 of Wands? Let's clarify 9 of Wands for recent past. Thank you, Spirit. Just going to finish if there's anything else. You were hoping for a 4 of Wands, stable situation. You want the 4 of Wands. You want the stable, balanced relationship. You're staying up at night thinking about this 9 of Wands. Perhaps you even felt like someone was trying to stab you in the back, because this one is right over you. But this is, again, is the recent past. You know that the Page of Swords wants to come in with a message, which is why you had to think about it. So you went to your hermit mode. What's the hermit mode about? Let's clarify the hermit, please. Clarify the hermit. Thank you. The devil energy. Perhaps you learned of some of the other counterparts' habits. Perhaps you have some devil energy. Perhaps you smoke, drink, have sex addictions, etc. That you know that you need to clear out before you can combine your energy with his. This is in reverse. Spirit wants me to read it in reverse, that you're coming out of this as well. So the swords, 9 of Swords here, that you felt like you had to sleep, something was stabbing you in the back. Perhaps it was yourself. You were coming against your own self, trying to clear yourself of this devil-like energy, which is why you're in hermit mode. You're still focusing on the flame and the journey. What's this King of Swords? King of Swords. Clarify King of Swords. Yeah, King of Swords. You're in your truth and thinking about this. Clarified by the 4 of Cups. You had these other choices, perhaps, but you're keeping your focus on that cup of love, the 1 cup. Outcome for divine feminines this week. What is outcome for today? Still going to be a bit of a battle before he comes forth. You got the 10 of Wands. It is a completion. It's an ending of the you know, struggle crawling through the wounds. And that's the end of today. That's the rest of the week. That's their future card for this week. Future energy for the week. Something to look forward to, giving them hope. Oh, Tower in reverse, so perhaps it was, you finished this, there's an ending. Well, normally this one would be read as a very, I don't know if you'd say a good or bad tower, but this one in reverse would be a better tower than, or maybe it's already ended. New beginning. By the end of the week, you're going to start a new cycle. You probably get a death card in here somewhere. Queen of Swords. You're coming out of that cycle as Queen of Swords, which does match the King, so you have both King and Queen of Swords there working through this. Let's clarify with the masculines. The Nine of Swords also. Clarify the, oh wait, I'm going to use a different deck. Let's clarify with the different deck. For the masculines, please. Define masculine, speaking as a totem for the masculines. Clarify this Nine of Swords with Spirit. Clarify Nine of Swords. Do some taps for the masculines. He got the Hermit to clarify this, so he's, yeah, covering his face. You had the Hermit as well right after it. And Ten of Swords. So then you got the Nine of Swords in there. He's got the Ten of Swords. So you're definitely mirroring. You're very much in tune to one another. The person you're dealing with is, you know that they're your twin flame for this journey. He too is concentrating on his light, which is you. Coming out at an ending with the Ten of Swords, he felt stabbed in the back over something. He's resting. Alright, gonna get clarify the Ten of Swords. This doesn't mean he was stabbed in the back by you. It could have been by friends, family, someone else. He knows you're the star of his star. So while he may have felt stabbed in the back, maybe hit by his own energy, things that, something that had to end, but he knows that you're his star. And you're the one he's focusing on. You're the one he's looking to and listening to. Remember, we had the... Oh, shoot. Did I do that? No. Oh, there it is. So he knows you're a star and he's listening. Clarify the Page of Wands, please. Clarify Page of Wands. Thank you. Anything else? Clarify the Page of Wands. Queen of Cups. He knows you're a queen, full of emotion, and that you're holding your cup for him. He's ready to take that leap of faith as the Fool card. He knows he has to pick the right cup, which, knowing you're the Queen of Cups, he has chosen, and he's working on his pentacles for you so that he can come in with an offer. He feels he doesn't meet your standards, or he is not at your level yet, so he is working on pentacles to come in at a higher, to meet what he thinks you will accept. And he wants to celebrate. Let me see if that's one card or two. Yeah. So you get the Six of Wands. He is working on this so he can come in and celebrate with you. Put these together. The Hierophant now on the bottom after I split the deck again. So that's his goal. He wants to come in as the Hierophant because he knows you're the High Priest. If you want to celebrate, if you want to celebrate, if you're coming in, what kind of gift is he coming in? Okay, how about the end of the day? What's the energy for the end of the day? The Death card. Death of his old ways. Oh, sorry. It's got the Four of Swords. So yeah, he wants to come in and celebrate. He's resting after he's feels he's been successful in building up his pentacles because he wants to come in and celebrate. First he's resting, and death of the old ways, death of the other parties, death of his vices, being, you know, it could be anything, being a workaholic, alcoholic, anything. So let's see how the rest of the week will go. Overall energy for the week. Give them something to hope for. Yes. He built his pentacles. He has Six of Pentacles. Coming in, he wants to be the Knight of Wands. He wants to come in with communication and talk to you about this light, this connection. But he is not quite in his truth. He's moving slowly as the Knight of Wands. A Knight of Wands can also be in and out energy. But his mask is down, so while he wants to come in and talk to you about things, perhaps offer you truth, but currently his mask is still down. Okay? Clarify the mask being down at the Knight of Wands. Do we get something higher? He knows he's working towards the high Hierophant level, I guess. He wants to ascend, grow with you. He wants to work with you on this becoming a better person, being in mission. He knows that he has to be in his purpose as well, and that the two of you will work together on this. You'll come together and have celebrations. This is not a third party card for this group right now. And he is the King of Cups. He is confident now, more relaxed, and he's kind of grinning at the cup of love he's ready to bring to you. What messages from Spirit would you like to offer the Divine Feminines, please? What messages would you like to offer the Divine Feminines, Spirit? What advice would you like to offer the Divine Feminine, Spirit? Messages for Divine Masculines. Messages for Divine Masculines. Sorry. Okay, Feminines got the 30, 36, and the 29, 11, a 9, and a 3. Okay, first card was Renewal Spirit Path of the North. You've got the 2 twin eagles in the cold. Spiritual progress, success, hope. You're being successful at the work you do. It is a spiritual progress. Have faith in the journey. Have hope in the connection. Be successful in your inner child healing and your spiritual growth. Your spiritual journey brings progress. And don't lose hope. just when you think you're going to lose hope, go within and surrender to Spirit so that Spirit can take some of the load when you ask them to. If the pain gets too much, you can surrender to the Divine Source, which is the separation stage, pulling them closer to you. It's got to be divine timing for this. Personal space, you pull back when you feel like you're losing hope and you surrender to Divine Source. You'll be working on yourself further, doing more inner work, doing you. Have faith, be open to the challenges, to the triggers still, but in work on your personal space. And in that, not only on your personal space being you, but also your home environment, preparing for union. Cleansing spirit path of the north. It's a bear. Remember, bears always hibernate. We have other animals all in the clouds. This reminds me, before I read these, that watch for the signs from Spirit. Their signs are all over, and your spirit guides are all around you. Your animal totems are nearby to help you on your journey. Release the burdens to the Divine Source. Do a detoxification of energy. Cleanse your energy. Detox your body with, drinking lots of water. Don't eat meat. Perhaps fruit or vegetable smoothies. And that will also help your energy because you're detoxifying your earth body, but also detoxify spiritually. Be sure and separate from the things that no longer serve you. Hibernate as the bear does. So when you come out, you are prepared to move forward with your family. The Divine Masculines, Butterfly Clan. You are emerging from the butterfly, the cocoon, and you've got your wings, you're ready to fly, just as the phoenix. You've had your awakening, and you're beautiful inside and out. 8 is the eternal cycle. No ending, no, beginning and ending. It's like the circle of life. It just keeps continuing. You're going to still be in emotion. You're receiving your mental clarity as to who your divine counterpart is and what the journey is about, what you need to do. This was during your awakening. Your awakening will continue just as the cycle with the 8. You'll become more beautiful from the inside out. You'll appreciate the beauty in the world around you and others. Again, we have the Bear card. This is all about hibernation and coming out in a new cycle. Recuperation, yes, you have had your awakening. You're going to need to recuperate. Go in, hibernate under the hermit mode and hangman mode. Put yourself in it if you need to have clarity on the dreams that you receive. Be creative. Use your creativity to get the clarity, to walk on, in the woods or in Mother Nature. Love thyself, love others unconditionally. Partnerships, the divine journey sometimes is a partnership first before it's an unconditional love. You're one soul in 2 bodies, but it makes for a partnership on your journey and your spiritual path. You're both on the same journey together. Rejuvenation. From the resting stage and hibernation, you rejuvenate your body and rejuvenate your faith in one another. It's a 10 card, so completion. Okay. Sorry, I love those. Shaman deck. wire again. I think we just got this the other day. It's such a cool card. Still in the dark, you are able to go between worlds in the dark. You are focused on protecting your divine counterpart. You're very keen in your intuition and your third eye, knowing what's in the dark, because you are the light in the dark. But we have to have a dark side of us, or be in the dark occasionally. To have light, you have to have dark. You can't have one without the other. Luminous warrior, they're the warrior. They want to fight for this connection. Their crown chakra is wide open, their third eye is open, their solar plexus is open. They know they can go between worlds, and they are fighting for you. You'll both have the rainbow. The promise of the rainbow is the prize at the end, the gift at the end of the rainbow. You know, between moon cycles, this is a 5, so it's a change. From moon cycle to moon cycle, things birth, they end, and whether it storms or not, there's always a rainbow. So this card is about change. Knowing that things are going to, even when they seem dark here, that the light is also there. And water, they're in their emotions. The divine masculines are in their emotions. Right now they feel as though they're in a bubble filled with their emotions. Their whole world is emotional currently, because they have such deep connection to you and the deep love. A lot of these cards are the same ones we had the other day, but I have shuffled and I've done other readings in between them, so that's really perhaps because you're in the you're a lot of in the hermit stage and the hangman stage. You may feel like things aren't changing, but change is underway. Divine Spirit is working behind the scenes. So even though you might be in the hangman position or hermit stage, things are changing behind the scenes with divine source. And the curse. There's a handprint over the mouth, so perhaps you feel you can't speak your truth, but perhaps you feel that there's a curse on you to not speak of the things you know, but you need to be in your truth. Just be cautious who you're giving your truth to. These are your gifts. They're not for everyone to know. This is also a 5 card showing you the change. The curse. Some may feel as though their gifts are the curse, or some may even feel as though this journey is the curse, but it's a very spiritual gift. This is such an amazing journey. It's an amazing gift. It may not feel that way right now, but you're learning to love yourself unconditionally, each of you, and through that you'll grow and have such a deep love for your counterpart. I haven't used these fairy cards in a while, so let's use these for some words. On the bottom is 9 of Spring. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that now. Let me put the light on. Covered the windows because we couldn't see. Okay. Protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. So things may be changing in your environment, be it your home. Some of you may be traveling in the spring. But protect the fruits of your labor, meaning, the journey, what you've worked for on yourself. protect yourself. So don't just, know your worth. Don't just accept anything just because they come, divine masculine or another, say, soulmate comes into the picture. Protect your journey with your divine counterpart, and say no to the soulmates or the other parties, because you want to protect yourself of what you've healed so that you don't receive more karma to heal. It's currently 11:11 when we gave that message, so if you're watching your synchronicities, it's currently 11:11. 5 of spring. Opposing goals arising from differing opinions. Yeah, just because you're mirroring each other and you both are on the same journey, on path, you may have different goals before this, or different ways of coming about your mission, and because of differing opinions. And I'm sure you'll work that out with combining both opinions, combining the goals, perhaps. Feeling at odds with yourself or others. Overly ambitious people. So if people are overly ambitious, perhaps greedy, just want to earn monies, earn material possessions, you know that in this journey that is not about material possessions. Having inner peace is about loving yourself and others unconditionally, being in service mind. 5 of summer. It's like a butterfly, love angel. I'm sorry. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. It's so true. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. Again, remove yourself from things that no longer serve you, people that no longer serve you. If they're not on a high frequency, you're going to feel like you don't want to be around them anymore. Focusing on which frightens or worries you. No, you don't. Fear frightens you would be fear and worries are illusional. They're not going to solve anything. They're not going to help you on your journey or your growth. You need to release those. And unity. It's another 5 card. Do the right thing for the right reason. It's like building your character. Be of good character. It's what you do when no one's looking. That's compare traditional versus new approach to see which works for you. A spiritual-minded community. So spiritual-minded community is this collective, and also other YouTube channels regarding the journey. Also, like we said earlier, the metaphysical shops nearby you would usually have gatherings or groups, so you can be in their community, so you feel that connection with others that are like you. In comparing your traditional would be the upbringing, the belief systems, like we said back here, that you gave up those traditional upbringings, the beliefs from the childhood regarding religion, or the judgmental ways of so many things that we are brought up with. Okay, angels. I'm going to pull a couple cards. There's a couple. Alright, angel of relaxation. Meditate. Let go of desired outcomes. Let go of the want, and you will get what you want. You'll get what you want if you let go of desired outcomes, but don't only... While we don't need, or you might not need, the divine counterpart, you can't obsessively want them or desire them constantly. Send them healing love, but to constantly think about them, constantly saying, I want you. That will create a block. So don't obsess. That was the word I was trying to think of. Don't obsess over having them. Angel of communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Be in your truth. and with your divine counterpart, if you are in communication, well, don't react to them. Don't yell at them for different things, for not coming to certain, meetups or whichever. Always speak loving words to them so that it makes them want to come in. Remember, you're the leader, and they are following your light, your growth, they follow. So if they are still in their dark place, still dealing with a karmic perhaps because of their children, then you can't give them a hard time over the decisions. That was all divinely guided to get them ready for the union with you. So in a way, you would thank the karmic because they are dealing with all the negative side of them. If they were alcoholics or drug addictions and so forth, then that karmic put up with all that, and now they're getting rid of that karmic. But some situations take longer than others. It might be a financial reason, it might be children, it might be other things in their life. These next. Sorry. Gotta unbury the other deck. Alright. And any other messages, Spirit? Any other messages for the collective? Thank you. Any other messages for the collective on this wave? Other messages for the collective on this wave? Thank you. These are good. People that are making new cards, try to make them a little smaller for people with small hands. Any other messages, Spirit? Okay. Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. I was trying to get it to focus, but I don't know if it did. The patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Yes, trust in your journey. Trust that your divine counterpart loves you unconditionally. Even if they aren't saying it yet, they are feeling it. So trust your intuition, trust your spirit guides. There will be tests during this journey. Divine and Source sends us things in our life to test us, to ensure that we're going to be faithful to the journey. So, again, if anyone wants a personal read, email me, sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. I hope you have a blessed day. I'll get the specific sign readings out tomorrow. I'll work on some of them today. But other than that, namaste.